G'day guys, welcome back to Binge, Laugh, Thrive podcast. This is your host Brody and let's get into it. So we're going to start off with our binging this week and we're going to start off with our binge movies. So binge movie number 1 was Hot Tub Time Machine. So I'll just put the trailer in here for you guys. So let's have a quick look at the trailer. We get him up.
A typical road trip weekend consists of partying, hooking up, and going wild. But in 2010, 4 friends will discover a new level of awesome.
So if you haven't seen the movie before, the basic premise of it is that they go back in time to a time where they were different people. So basically, hop in a hot tub and they end up going back in time, and it's to a time where some characters had things on their life and they would like to change them to make them better people, and they go back in time. So my question to you guys is, after you watch the movie, if you haven't already watched the movie,
What the hell happened?
I advise watching the movie. That's the whole idea of this. What I watch, I expect you guys to watch. Got that? So I want you to get back to me in the comments and let me know where you'd go back in the future, who you'd take with you, sorry, back in time, who you'd take with you and what you would change. So, if anything. So for me, there was a time in between leaving high school and dating my ex-girlfriend, and that time for me was just smick. I'd done lots of things, got out, had fun. It was just a fun time in my life. I had all the friends I needed, all the partying, fun, everything was great. So that's sort of where I'd go back. I'd probably go back with my same friend group. And would I change anything? Probably not. I probably wouldn't rush into a relationship as quick. Not that I didn't respect that person or anything like that. But I feel like if we had have met years on, then we would have had a proper relationship rather than what ended up being, which was fuck around. But yeah, that's what I would do. I thought it was a good movie. I have watched it before. I've watched it a few times before. It is one of them sort of movies that you can watch a few times. There is a sequel as well. We might watch that next week. We might not. Haven't decided yet. But it's one of the last sort of funny sort of movies. I don't know about you guys, but these days, comedies just don't really hit it for me. I'm a big comedy fan. I love comedy movies, but the newer ones just there was a generation there around 2005 to 2011 that just had great comedy movies. Obviously, before that, even better. I'm a big Adam Sandler fan. That's sort of my generation is Adam Sandler comedy movies. So for me, I'm a big fan of Adam Sandler movies. Martin Lawrence before that. So yeah, that's sort of my comedy sort of path. But yeah, watch it guys. I rate it 9 out of 10. Okay, moving on to our next movie. Next movie is Project X. So I will again play the trailer in the background while we chat. So Project X is a movie, as you'll see in the background. It was meant to be a true story. It is kids that have a big party in America and it turns to shit. For us in Australia, we had pretty big parties, but nothing like this. I would love to go to America and go to an American party because they look fucking wild. Anyone in America that's been to one, let me know your experience if you're watching this in the comments. We want to hear about it. What was the most fucked up thing that happened at a party you were at? For me, the most fucked up thing I seen at a party was people just trashing a house. They were just busting shit up, lighting fires inside, just weird shit. More destructive rather than fun. Other than that, it was usually just getting pissed and running amok. But it's a pretty good movie. I watched it when I was younger and didn't rate it very highly, but I watched it again this week, and I'd probably rate it a 6 out of 10. It's everyday high school sort of movie, I guess, but kids trying to get laid. I guess if I was younger again, it'd probably be higher rated now. But it is sort of one of them movies that really shows how fucked up things can really get.
Would you guys mind letting me get out of my dad's car? It's just he'll go crazy if anything happens.
But things you'll do to get laid, hey? But it's funny, he has the most... The kid in the movie has like the best looking Sheila's already in love with him and he doesn't even realise it until the end. But that's a movie for you.
Are you serious? This is a great party. I'm gonna shut it down or I'm calling the cops.
I'll just let you finish watching this trailer and we'll move on.
All I got was you punching that little child's face. What are you looking for? Condoms. I'm working on something downstairs. The only thing you're working on is diabetes, you fat.
Again, another one of their movies around that sort of era. It's probably the last of them. It's where they started to turn sort of, you didn't know the actors anymore, it was sort of just random people.
So you know this high school party in Pasadena?
I remember you always knew the actors in the movies. You're like, oh, that actor's in there, that actor's in there. But yeah, it was still good. I really enjoyed it. Okay. So that's it for the movies. Next is TV. So the next thing on TV we have is Underdogs. So I started watching this yesterday actually. So this one's pretty fresh. It is a nature documentary. It is hosted by Ryan Reynolds. If you are not a Ryan Reynolds fan, you probably won't like it because it is very Ryan Reynolds, but it's also done well. So this is the trailer for it. We'll play again in the background. Kind of explains itself that it's filming the animals that aren't the most popular ones. There's some fucking weird shit in there. But it's funny. Gives you a good laugh and it's interesting. Like anyone that loves nature docos will love it. But if you like a little bit of laugh as well, then you'll find it funny. So that one's on Disney. Yeah, it's pretty gross, some of the things they do. But for me, I watched all the episodes last night and I'm keen for more. Very bingeable. I hope everyone has all this one. If you do have a look at it, let me know which episode was your favourite and what you thought was the most fucked up thing. So that's Underdogs. I advise everyone to watch Underdogs. I then have been watching good old fashioned Top Gear. So I just want to know what people's, I'm just going to play a little bit in the background, what people's favourite Top Gear episodes are. So everyone loves Top Gear. It's undebatable, best show ever. This is always on my binge list. This week it's on the binge list again. And I'm going through my favourite. I couldn't pick all my favourite episodes, so I've just picked a couple to go through. So I've got the Africa special, which was particularly good.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's find out.
So I've got a little bit in here. So that was my favourite.
Warning lights come on, say my car needs service.
Then I also enjoyed.
Here,
this was probably a real old school one that people wouldn't have really seen if you're not a real big fan.
Here are the cars we bought. There's Richard's
This car's under $100. So that was another really good one.
And here's the first test.
I couldn't find the video for one.
How much fuel was used on the Manchester run? 30 mpg was the target for every mile to the gallon. Over that, you get...
Okay, and finally, this one was one of the first ones I ever watched. And this is when they brought teenage cars and they'll pretend to be teenagers and had to sneak their cars out. And Jeremy has a remote for James's car and turns the subwoofer on. And it's fucking hilarious. So that was probably one of my favourite ones. So now we'll move on to YouTube. Okay, so for YouTube, I have been watching Cletus. So I've been watching the Cletus Big Farm for a long time now. My friend Jackson got me into it. First I wasn't sure, but I've really started watching it flat out now. I watch every episode. They're currently drag racing, doing a week-long drag and drive challenge, and they're doing cheap car challenge. This is part 2. So Cletus and George are in the El Camino. James has Nick Lennon from the what's the new thing called? Race, Rebuild, Repeat YouTube channel, and Zach and Ty together in a Mustang. So this is just a couple of their runs. George and Cletus have a bit of a cheat here. So I love this one, the El Camino, because it reminds me if you're in Australia or the Utes. Reminds me of an old HZ Ute or a WB Ute or something like that. It's funny to think that we're the only country with Utes, that's the only Ute that America ever really got. I wonder if they call it a truck or a Ute. They probably still call it a truck, I'd imagine. So that was Cletus's run. So 9.8. So that's not slow. For a big old car like that, that is not slow. And then we have James. So he has a nitrous powered 240 SX. Okay. That's James. I think on this one, his nitrous was not working because yesterday he done an 8.8. And this is the Mustang. Big Ford guy, but not a big fan of this one. But it goes fast, just looks stupid. Very Mad Max style. I do like Zach and Ty. I like the underdog team. $9.88. So that's pretty quick still. Okay. Now, moving on. That's the binge segment of our podcast today. Hope you enjoyed. If you've stuck with us, you get to the good bit now, the laugh. Okay, so here's video number 1 on my list of funny videos on Instagram this week. So we only post instant karma moments. Here we go. Ready? Oh, actually, he's smoking. I wonder if that was fake. I don't know. It's funny as fuck still.
You happened. The airplane crash.
This one more shocked me than made me laugh.
I fell in love with a man and couldn't have him because I was married. But 2 years later,
Imagine
I got a
that.
telephone call. This is Capital Airlines. Your husband just died in a crash. And so I was able to marry my beloved 3 months later.
Fucked up as
Oh
that.
my goodness.
And they wonder why we don't trust women
What's
sometimes.
something in
eh?
your life
That's
you
wild,
still
eh?
can't believe happened?
That really is wild. Funny because it's the comedy section, but wild. Okay, this one comes through for my dog. My dog immediately after a bath, so shouldn't have had any sound on that one. We'll have to mute the sound on this bit. I apologise. This one's accurate. But I think that's just accurate. That's just what happens. Next one. This is my favourite. This is my favourite for the week. Let me know what your favourite one is, guys. If you see any funny videos, share them with me. At Marksy_06 at Instagram. This guy's absolutely pumped for trains. Oh, I've never seen someone so pumped up. Guy is pumped. I love that. I absolutely love that video. Alright, oh, this one's a good one. Says, I don't cut out some of it. Kim Jong-un's superpower is making people act like Wii Sports NPCs whenever he's around. And they literally look like the people of Wii Bowling. This one here I thought was kind of funny but gross. I'll just mute it because I won't get in trouble. Are you hungry? Starving. I'm not going to read it. It's fucked up but funny. You poor bastard. If you've done a fucked up text, send it to me. I'll put it on here, but I'll leave your name out because you don't want your name attached to that. I love this one too.
Bring out the arm. Bring out the arm.
Imagine being that. I feel sorry for her, but it is fucking hilarious. This one I thought was rather funny. I've had to mute this one. I'm sorry. It is playing Bonnie Tyler in the background. I Need a Hero. So I'll sing it for you. I need a hero. At the end of the night, I need a hero. So that's what's playing in the background, just in case you're wondering. I love this one too. This is my equal top one. So if you pick this one, I'm not surprised because this one's great. Oh, that one's funny. Okay. I like this one too. Oh mate, it's destroyed Siri.
Change my nickname.
Okay. What would you like me to call you? You would like me to call you.
Oh fuck.
Hey,
How
Siri.
fucking good that one. Okay, what's next? We're up to the poops. You know, I have to finish on poop each week. They just get more and more fucked up each week. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. These poor fucking people. These poor fucking people. Here's one more. Oh, there's kicking under there. We might have already had that one, I'm not sure, but I thought it was funny still, so we added it in. Alright, that's it for our laughs for now. Let's move on to some thriving. Let's move on to some men's health. For our Thrive session today, I'm going to start with what pisses me off, and it's this one. So this is a video I found a heap of them. They are videos of people being bombed in Israel, Iran, wherever they all are, and they have background songs like this one had Katy Perry, A Teenage Dream, and it says how beautiful of a night. Like, this is how fucked up our society's got, that people are being fucking bombed and people are making a joke of it. Like, the internet really has fucked us up something shocking. Like, that's pretty fucked up that people are enjoying that. And that's my fucking whinge. So just so you know, I've had my whinge. Okay, so men's health. I've got a couple of videos here I'm going to play for you. Sort of watch them together. And after that, I'm going to discuss sort of some stuff that's going on in my life. And yeah, let's just keep on being. So, this is true. You can have the shittest fucking day, and sometimes just the touch of another person can just fucking make it better. People don't understand. This is another one, singing. Now, people are going to go, gay boy, gay, whatever. Don't care, okay? I do not fucking care. This is cut off. I haven't popped my screen properly for a photo, but I'll read it out to you. Benefits of singing for your mental health. Reduces stress, relieves anxiety, expresses emotions, enhances mood, improves cognitive function, boosts self-esteem, and brings people together. So, for me, I sing in the shower. No one can hear it except for anyone that is really close to the house. And believe it or not, you feel good after it. It is good. I love a good sing. Call it whatever you want. Call me gay, call me puffed up, call me a dickhead, call me a faggot, don't care. I'm telling you right now, it'll help. So if you're going through anything, guys, have a go at that, please. Alright, so we're going to start this thing again because the video's not working properly.
How you doing? Yeah, I know. Same. Did you know it was Men's Mental Health Month? Of course not, because nobody's really going to talk about that, but that's why I'm here. I just wanted to come in and check on you. I also wanted to just tell you that I'm proud of you. And I know as a man, right, some days seem a lot harder than others. And ain't nobody going to clap for you for doing what you're supposed to do. That's just the reality of it. There's no pat on the back. But guess what? You made it another day. You asked to be here. And it's important to realize that your future self needs you. And so, I never want you to underestimate the whole your absence would leave if you were not here on this earth. We all are remarkable in our own way. And it's just our duty to figure out what makes us special and to give that to the world. But I don't want to hold you up too long. Just wanted to come in and check on your mental health again. So, just tell you that I'm proud of you. And I hope to see you again soon, bro.
So I think that's a really powerful message there. And I hope people listen to this, and I hope people at home know that I'm just trying to help.
Another man takes his own life. And you probably won't hear him talk about it. You probably won't see the signs. Because men are taught to break quietly. 525,000 men eating. 1,442 a day. And one every minute.
It's crazy.
But you know what's even more haunting? That number would be higher if some men didn't stop themselves out of guilt. Because even at their lowest, they think about the people they leave behind. Their kids, their wife, their parents. So they stay. Not because they're okay, but because they don't want to cause any more pain. So instead, they keep carrying it. The pressure, the shame, the feeling of being a failure in a life they built. He shows up, he jokes, he says, I'm fine. But behind his eyes, he's questioning.
Please guys, don't be afraid to talk to someone.
He hears, why are you so closed off? Why don't you talk to me? What's wrong with you? And he wants to say, I'm trying, I'm scared, and I don't know how to fix this. But he doesn't. Because the world told him that vulnerability makes him weak. And the truth is, the silence is what's killing him. So if you're a woman watching this, don't assume he's fine just because he's still standing. Ask with warmth. Ask with patience. Say, what are you carrying that no one sees? And hold space for the answer. Even if it comes slow. Even if it's messy. And even if it scares you. Because that one moment of grace,
this is David James.
That one invitation to be human might be the reason he chooses to stay every 60 seconds.
That's crazy, isn't it? That is crazy.
Wish more women knew about how men operated. There's 10,000 times more going on inside the head of a man than you have any idea. He's carrying burdens that you don't have a clue about. And he don't know how to express them. And he don't know what to do about it. And he figures if he puts it out there and communicates it, he's just going to be shot down, called a fool, called weak. So he carries it inside. And you have no clue the burdens and the hell that most men are carrying inside and not even showing you. I wish more women understood that. What do you wish more women...
Now, this is the final video, and then I'm just going to discuss what's sort of going on with me, try to give you an uplift, show that by me telling you what's going on in my life, it might help you to talk about it too.
and not even tell me anything. I'm not going to give you any suggestions. I'm not going to give you any. I'm not going to give you any. I'm just going to be here for you if you need me. The other day I was talking to my brother, and I was just telling him I've been having a tough time, and at the end of the call he said, "Hey man, if you want, I'll just sit on the line with you for a little bit and not say anything." And at first I was like, "Nah, man, I'm all right,"
And just to be clear,
And
this
when I
goes
said
for women
all right,
as well.
I could
All mental
feel
health.
something in my voice, like I felt like I wasn't all right. And he said it again. He said, "No." He said, "Look, I'm happy to just sit here. You don't have to say anything, and I don't have to say anything, and I'll just be here with you. If you need, I can just be here with you." And it was powerful, man. It was, and I had no idea in my whole life how much I needed that. Sometimes I need someone to listen.
So that was my final video. Thank you, Theo. Big Theo Von fan. Okay, so for me, it is hard to talk about, but I went through a stage just at the start of COVID, or what do you want to call it? COVID, with lockdowns, where I couldn't work anymore. Wasn't getting any work, so I had to leave my job. I started to put on weight, started getting healthy. Couldn't really do anything. My partner fell in love with someone else, told me that she was attracted to someone else at work, and that she was no longer attracted to me. So naturally, I done what all men will do. I went out and started working out and doing as much as I could to keep busy, trying to lose weight. I spent a lot of time on my mate's farm, helped him build a beautiful garden, worked my ass off, was losing weight, got really skinny, but then sort of she couldn't work out, so I was stuck around her and her crap. I was trying to deal with that. And then my friend's partner told me that I need to find other friends, that I need to find my own friends. Basically, I was taking up too much time. Fair enough, I was out there all the time at his farm, just trying to keep my mind out of things, keep busy, lose weight, and I was stopping her from being able to spend time with her partner, so I understand that 100%. At the time, I didn't understand it, so we sort of just kept hanging around. They brought out other people to try to get me to be friends with them, and I didn't really take the bait, obviously, so they banned me from going out to their farm during COVID, and for pretty well the foreseeable future until recently, but I can see why. I was there too much annoying them. But anyway, so that's sort of one part that sort of got me down. I quit smoking, so I put on more weight, and then I hurt my back playing basketball, so I got down to 90 kilos, and I was playing basketball with the kids, and I just landed funny, and my back jarred. I didn't think much of it until probably a couple of weeks later. I couldn't walk. I couldn't get out of the house, couldn't go to the doctors or anything because you weren't really allowed anywhere. I just thought that I'd strained something that would come good. When it ended up turning into 2 years of me not being able to go further than from the couch to have a shower, which was painful enough just being in the shower, to not be able to do anything at all. I then found out I was going blind in one eye, and that was going to cost $20,000 to fix, which I didn't have the money for, so I'm blind in one eye. I don't want anyone to feel sorry for me. This is how it is. I can't work because of my back, so I can't pay for that. I can't pay for back. I don't want back surgery anyway, but I can't pay for all these back appointments. Then people say go on the dole. Don't want to do that, but even if I did want to, you have to go to these doctors. I just can't. It's not viable for me. I'm trying to look after my kids, keep my kids going, keep my life going. Everyone always says you need to get a job, do this, do that. People can't see the pain I'm in. I try to straight face as much as I can. I did have a subscription to the pool. I was going to the pool, but it was costing me $100 a month to go to the pool. which did improve my back a lot. It's got me to the point where I've been able to run with the dogs, play with the kids. It really did help, but I just couldn't afford to keep doing it. So I'm sort of just that useless prick at home. Just putting on weight. Nothing seems to fucking work at the moment. This week, my dog chewed through my seatbelt in the back row seat of my car, the 7-seater car. So now I can't get it registered, and the seatbelt's bound back order for 6 months. So I have no car for 6 months. I can't fucking get a second-hand one yet. I've been looking. $600 fucking seatbelt, which is not great. Then the neighbours came and said that we'd smashed their window. I don't know how, but the window was smashed, so I've got to pay for the fucking window. And just everything at once has just sort of come down to me. Back sore, house is messy, everything's fucked at the moment. So, smiles, this is my thing. I'm trying to help other men. We're trying to build a community where we're all happy. And I hope that this podcast can bring a bit of light to people's lives. I understand binging TV is not really the answer, but for me, it's sort of helped me get through a tough time. But yeah, onwards and upwards. So I just want to finish today with some laughter. So I'm just going to do another segment that we've been doing weekly, but I've changed it a little bit. So we've got the Urban Dictionary back up. And I'm just going to start screen recording, sorry, so you can see it. Okay. So this is it. So we're going to do this over a couple of weeks. So this is the best Urban Dictionary sex act from every state in America. So we're going to start with one which I already know, but I think it's funny. That's the Cleveland Steamer. If you don't know what the Cleveland Steamer is, you can look that one up. I'm pretty sure it's taking a dump on someone's chest. We will look it up. Yes. So, a sexual act involving... Sorry, I have the camera directly in front of my computer screen. Defecting on someone's chest and sitting in it and rolling back and forth like a steamroller. So that's number one. We'll do two more. The Alabama Hot Pocket. Let's give that a go. I love these things. They make me laugh every time. The Alabama Hot Pocket. Okay. It is a sexual procedure in which a male and female couple partake. The first step is to defecate in the female's vagina. Then the next couple join together in sexual intercourse. A close relative of the Cleveland Steamer. Okay, I don't really get that one, but that's fucked up. Yeah, so I guess I understand what it's trying to say. Okay, that one was fucked up. Let's see if we can find one that's less disgusting. We'll do a masturbation one. Tallahassee Night Train. Okay. I don't know if we want to look this one up, but let's look it up. The Tallahassee Night Train. Okay, the act of ejaculation into a sock and then hitting someone in the face with it as an act and yelling, boom, TNT. At that moment, the T, of course, standing for Tallahassee Night Train. Okay. So, there you go, guys. That's what we're ending on. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everything. Please like and subscribe. And if you are having mental troubles, seek out help or talk to someone. Just talk to someone. Message me. I'll have a chat. Come on, guys. Let's do this. Any funny shit you find, send it to me. We'll play it on here. We'll watch it together. We'll have a laugh. And yeah. So thank you for joining me again. This has been Brody. You can find me on YouTube under Brody Tries New Things, or just search Binge, Laugh, Thrive.